Great rising, beautiful beings. Great rising. Let me turn this air down. Okay. So, I'm observing. And I want to reflect on the pandemic. The pandemic brought a new breed of spiritual people, okay? And then the believers of good health, great health, herbs and stuff, believing in magic, like a lot of them disappeared, right? And you got all these new fortune tellers, these new spiritual people, right? And I'm looking and I'm observing, and none of these witches or warlocks are discussing political matters. They chasing the bag. The furthest they can go within a reading is domestic bullshit. He, she, it, drama, possibly some spiritual inheritance, but politics, no. Globalism, no. Then you look at the conscious community. They're not on their global shit either. It's like the target and the goal always change every week. Soon as they throw somebody under the bus, lock somebody up, kill somebody, it's just a new raid. It's like they waiting, like, who they gonna lock up next? Who they gonna kill next? Who they gonna expose next? So they can have content. So all the goals and all the spiritual discipline and everything that everybody work on is just out the door. I know people right now that have not reached out to me because they look at me as competition, not spiritual, not a spiritual union. Swear to God. I know people right now that have not reached out to me because they look at me as spiritual competition, not spiritual union. Okay? I'm looking at it and I'm observing everything from the conscious community, no matter the race. It's like we are a bunch of fragmented pieces experiencing the holographic universe simultaneously, but with vast and multiple perspectives. I know a group right now, God ain't helping them with their fibroids, their cancer, or anything. and the leader has no clue which direction to go to when it comes down to healing in nature. Like, that part they don't know. It's just oblivion to this community, right? But because I deal with sorcery and witchcraft, you think they'll ever reach out to me and be like, this lady knows something? You think that God would ever guide them to me, right? They are going to continue to pick us off one by one. They are going to continue to use PSYOPs and traumatize us as a collective, because everybody is dealing with such basic domesticated shit. And then sometimes I say, like, Sky, you wasting your time, because if you understand nanoparticles and you understand the frequency war, you gotta, like, realize and know, like, these people don't feel like they have been compromised in no form or fashion. They really think the life they live in every day is their own free will. They have no clue that there's a frequency going out right now that keeps you in a state of, there's no reason to retaliate. I got a roof over my head. I got food. I work. Nobody's suffering. Ain't nobody robbing, killing, and stealing. When in fact, you're being robbed of your creativity and your connectedness to source. Like, there's over 75% of the United States that know that we're being poisoned, and they still haven't took the initiative to start growing food yet. They still have not taken the initiative to start summoning these inhumane buzzards. I don't even want to call them buzzards. Buzzards just remind me everybody got to die one day. You know what I mean? I love buzzards. I love vultures. Okay? I don't even know how to explain them. These parasites. That's exactly what they are. Fucking parasites. Well, anyway, I'm observing. I'm like, dang. All these people channeling energy and shit, telling people about death and dead bodies and who done got fucked up, who hurting, and who mentally this and who mentally that. But hey, you don't think it's time for a think tank? You don't think it's time for a crystal ball to see who's in the shadows? You don't think it's time to starting an oath within yourself, where you say, I'm going to find somebody to barter with today or barter with tomorrow? They are going to continue to use their agenda and conspiracies to warp our brains. Let me tell you something. Every time, I'm telling you, it's psychological warfare. The Sandra Bland incident, the Breonna Taylor incident, it was like they was flooding with that to let women know they weren't safe, right? Because there's a lot of strong women out there that have tapped into some divine essential knowledge. Okay? But it just tripped me out that these people who get subscribers and have views, lots of views, it ain't political yet. They're showing you they could take you down one by one. Look at Billy Carson. The man challenged the Bible, and then they used some Caucasian guy to do a marketing strategy to say he dominated him in a debate. Like, really? How can you dominate a person who was in the hospital for pneumonia? And then he just got married, so you already know how this shit roll. They ready to take him out now. He done did the oath that he shouldn't have never did, because if you conscious and aware, you ain't about to get married. Not under their system. So there's some fakery and fuckery in there somewhere. Anybody in their right mind know, if you got that much sense about the Bible, devil versus God, but you ain't got enough sense not to sign no contract with the beast, dealing with marriage, something ain't right. Something is flawed. I'm having an issue with people that show up in my life and then disappear. They either get triggered, pop off at the mouth from, just disappear. Like if a person traveling out the country and they say they're gonna be gone 7 days to come back, and you contact them and they're not responding to you to let you know they made it back safely, like, fuck you, bitch. If you travel out of town and you with a group of people that you've never actually traveled with, you say you leaving for 7 days and coming back. I contact you, reach out to you to make sure you made it back safely. You ain't respond to my text, my phone call. You ain't hit me up on social media. Fuck you, bitch. Because if you ever show up and be like, what you doing, Sky? How you doing, Sky? Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you and the 2 left motherfucking shoes. I'm about to explain something to y'all. That's that remote control bullshit, that MK motherfucking Ultra. Now here they done left. One left the country, one went out of town. They both were supposed to be gone 7 days. I contacted both of them and reached out with them to make sure they was all right. No response. No text message, no call, no photos, no nothing, right? So what happened? What happened between day 1, 2, and 3, then day 4, 5, 6, and their return? Crickets. I'm going to tell you what happened. They have been remotely controlled. They have been compromised. It never fails. This one person was around me, head over heels for me, wanted to be around me every day. No conflict. No fucking conflict. Just out the blue. I'm the devil. I'm the problem. They the runner. I'm supposedly now the chaser. They can turn you on and off at will. I explain to people, have you ever noticed you get in a heated debate and all of a sudden it seemed like somebody was able to get under your skin to the point you went from 0 to 100? That's because as you were being triggered, they were sending out a frequency that actually amplified the situation. You ever seen a situation where a person spaz out and it really wasn't even worth it? They just felt so disrespected because there was a frequency monitoring that person. And when they reached a certain peak, they just turned the heat up on their ass. That's the reason why they put the chemical dust in the air, because the frequencies they need to travel through the air don't use the natural matrix grid. They made their own grid. So these particles are resonating with our biosphere and sending signals back to their devices and technology. That's right. See, this chemical dust that they used is for several reasons: to stunt the growth of the plants, to hide the sun, to put holographic images throughout our planet, to reflect the sun back up into space to charge AI and spaceships. I mean, man-made spaceships, of course. What else is this chemical dust used for? It's used to slow down the water, everything. It's to compromise everything. It's to infiltrate the body. It's to infiltrate the animals, the sea, the soil. It's to infiltrate everything. It has a purpose for a lot of things. Used as a bioweapon. So imagine you got these devices, or you yourself is a device, and you're sending out a frequency, and you're receiving a frequency. And these particles are out through the air, inside your body, in the food, in everything. And there's devices pinging everywhere. That device is getting your frequency. That device is getting your frequency. That device over there is sending a frequency back to you. Like those nanoparticles, that nanodust is making it so things travel to you in milliseconds. Thoughts, emotions, trauma, pain. That's why they have so much Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and satellite and radio waves. They simply find a station within your brain that can hear internal thoughts, and they send out the information on that wavelength. Man, I'm so over this planet, and I'm definitely so over these sea monsters, okay? I'm over these fucking human sea monsters. Because no matter how much popularity is going on, no matter how much clout motherfuckers get, no matter how much knowledge they speak, ain't nobody infiltrating these motherfuckers. And it's kind of too late because they know what you're thinking. Do you know how hard it would be to go into a facility and stay focused on task at hand without thinking about it, it's kind of too late. These cell phones, these parasitic watchers, meaning you have these people that they connected and tethered to your psyche. They know what you're thinking. But the only thing I don't understand about that is their own people can kill them and they don't even suspect that they were going to die. That's the only thing I don't understand. Like, how the fuck you know what niggas are thinking? How the fuck you know everything about me inside and out? Because they downloaded everything into your psyche, right? Or better yet, this demon deity or this fucking frequency can jump in each person because these are empty seeders, so it just jump in that person you interact with. You're just interacting with the same fucking entity. You talking to this person, but it's all the same fucking entity. And you're wondering like, well, how you knew that? What made you bring up that subject? What made you do that? You would think like, oh, you studying me, you stalking me, you hacked my phone. Like, no. You're dealing with empty seeders, and the entity can jump from body to body, body to body. And you're still interacting with the same fucking entity. I can't unsee this shit, man. I can't unsee this shit. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Like, they remind me every day. Like, I could shoot a bird at somebody, and 2 minutes later, somebody comes shoot a bird at me. They're letting you know that you have no privacy. Your thoughts are being monitored. Your vision is being monitored. They're letting you know that. You literally have to raise your vibration so fucking high to the point this frequency we on and these nanoparticles don't even matter no more. But other than that, if you're on this planet, you're infiltrated until you get some type of technology or higher vibration to be stealth. But like I say, I'm just looking at it like every tarot reading is about a relationship. Nothing's about politics or global affairs. Everybody, not everybody, but majority of the people are waiting for the next big thing to talk about so they can give their 2 cents. And then when you see these people with 25,000 views, 50,000 views, hell, everybody they collaborate with end up going to prison, getting locked up, dying. Y'all ain't never noticed that? They picking them off one by one. They are literally picking them off one by one. In the tarot reading world, there's so many agents, so many infiltrators. You know, it's so many people in Hollywood that couldn't make it, right? But they were able to get on YouTube and become millionaires. I mean, black folks. Melanated motherfuckers. Hollywood didn't want them, didn't see no use for them, but they was able to get on social media and do all types of creative shit. Y'all better recognize that you probably got more empty motherfuckers on this planet than seated motherfuckers. And when I tell you that neurological entity can jump from person to person, how is there just a knowing, no discussion, but just a knowing not to fuck with a person? How is it a knowing not to support a person just out the blue? That's a frequency war. You know, it's interesting that I can observe it, look at it, see it, taste it. But they're showing you, well, they're showing me how easy it is for them to switch a person's reality in seconds. And even the most intellectual people that I know still don't get it. They don't get it. They don't know that they working around the millisecond and actually making sure people who are spiritually able to challenge this never unite with other people. Remember I told you I came to social media to find like minds. And how successful do you think I've become since 2014? That's 10 years. Meaning, I actually thought that when I had a Kundalini awakening and the force utilized my body as a tool, that there would be somebody else out there that had the same energy that would find me. No. I know a lot of people that was on a spiritual journey that completely fell off the grid. Conscious and aware, but their belief system and their fate or faith has dissipated. So yeah, I'm looking at it. They're going to continue to send out PSYOPS drills on mass media with propaganda to put people in fear, to say, you know, I had sent somebody a video this morning and the first thing they said was, they gonna get rid of her. I said, why you say that? Because she doing the same thing Dr. Sabi did. Imagine that. You see somebody talking some real shit, but the first thing you could say is, they gonna get rid of it. Not once did you say, I'm gonna make contact with this person, I'm gonna try to protect them. Or I'm gonna keep in contact with them in case they feel they need a level of protection. As soon as a person's speaking some real shit, people are not taking the information and utilizing it. People are literally saying, ooh, they gonna get you. You're basically saying that they gonna pick us off one by one. If we talk conscious, strong shit that help people, that's against the agenda, against what's going on, they can't be saved. They should shut up. Ooh, they gonna get them. Pray for them. Protect them. Wait a minute. If you're using the information that they gave you, or you're researching it or studying or trying to figure it out, or you observing to see what's really going on, why would you be saying that? Why every time somebody gives some juicy, good information, it's always, ooh, they gonna get them. I remember a guy told me that person to my face in real life. I was talking about a subject, and he said, you know, if you keep talking about that, they're gonna get you. Well, let them get me then. They done psychologically tried to stop me from talking for a very long time. So they just got to do what they got to do. Because I did my part, and like I said, every single time, I phoned home. I sent out the messages. I made that call. But have you been able to give downloads to your soul and your spirit and your entity and the source you come from? I even told souls, don't even come back here. This shit is infested with nanoparticles. To the point, the vessels that we have are useless. So yeah, they're going to continue to pick us off one by one, because you even trying to collaborate with other people, that entity is able to jump from body to body, send out frequency to frequency. They don't even know you, but they ain't going to fuck with you. And the ones that's fucking with motherfuckers are there to set them up. They are there to set them up to fall, send them to the hospital, drug them, slow them down. Unalive them. Upend them. Come on now, the word upended. Really? Upended? Y'all stay vigilant. Stay aware. They're going to continue to pick us off one by one. They're going to continue to herd our mentality. Because social media is doing the mockingbird effect, even within the conscious community. Do you know the way they ambush Billy Carson instead of protecting him? Like, imagine all the melanated people that done came out the blue that want that man to fall, that wanted that man to fall off his pedestal. Do you see? And it's always the last major video or interview a person make. That's the real culprit. No different than Dr. Sebi's son. Soon as he got on that show with that bitch, yeah, I'm fucking saying it, and soon as he got on the show with that bitch, all of a sudden, they start promoting he locked up. So, no different than Layla Africa. Soon as Layla Africa fucked around and got with that motherfucker that everybody say so-and-so fucked him over, Layla Africa, boom, and his wife got on social media. Nothing happened to him. He died naturally. Get the fuck out of here. People are compromised. And I'm willing to risk it all just to fucking say it. They're going to continue to pick us off one by one, because you got all these people, PSYOPS, working together because they're compromised. Do you see how many people done came out the woodwork to destroy Billy Carson? People I know that are conscious and aware of what's going on in our reality can't stand him. Hell, when you messing with the oppressors, God, and you're messing with the oppressors, devil, and you got people reevaluating their life like, damn, that is a double-sided coin, ain't it? Why did God kill more people than Satan, right? When you challenge authority to that level, yeah, they got people ready to destroy you. Look at all the motherfucking melanated people who were ready to tear this man down and tearing him down right now. That's why it's called forbidden knowledge. I wouldn't give a fuck if he was an android. He opened up doorways to shit people weren't talking about. Only Bobby Hemmett was talking about it. And then y'all let one person who he's sitting side by side with convince that man that he out-debated him. A man that just got out the hospital. And then, come on now, it's pure infiltration. We see it every year with everybody. Bobby Hemmett got infiltrated. Dr. Saber got infiltrated. Dr. Deborah Black got infiltrated. Dick Gregory got infiltrated. Malcolm X got infiltrated. Martin Luther King got infiltrated. I've been trying to tell y'all about these cytokine storms. But y'all ain't listening. That man had said he went to the hospital for pneumonia. Now what he look like catching pneumonia? Somebody with that much money, lungs got vulnerable to pneumonia and had to go to the hospital. Y'all better pay attention. Everything is an inside job. Listen to my Neem video when I said weather and nature don't make people sick. People make people sick. People infiltrate you. I'm going to leave it there. They're going to keep picking people off one by one. And they're going to keep doing the herd PSYOPS. Make you feel like there ain't nobody to talk to, ain't nobody to run to. Isolate you. You down to receive the information, but you ain't down to act on it. And then we have it, Unearth the Magic. The truth will definitely set you free.